Mark, here we are. No Jing Bang finals. 7 weeks. Did you think 7 weeks, Mark? We've been doing this. This series has been going on. What do you think?
Oh man, it was fantastic. No complaints, and the final day did not disappoint at all.
Not disappoint. I wanted to ask you some other stuff, but since you mentioned finals, let's get right into it. Finals, No Jing Bang Sound Clash on Twitch Serato. Really, truly, and historic, because nothing like this has ever taken place in Sound Clash before. Never. And it just basically went off without a hitch, and it's incredible. We had the final between Tek-9 from Brooklyn, Kanabis Sound from Antigua. What did you think? Starting with the first round.
With the first round, well, I thought Tek-9 in the first round, he had sort of a slow type of round in the beginning. It got better at it as the round progressed. However, the signature of the first round was Kanabis' round. The Anthony Johnson, Al Campbell, that was murder. That juggling on that rhythm, on the lick shot rhythm, that took the first round for me by landslide.
Mark, you think Kanabis won the first round?
I sure did. I scored it for him 1-0.
Wow.
based off of the Anthony Johnson, Al Campbell custom, and some of the rhythms that he played were irregular, and they sounded pretty tough. I thought he had I thought he out-edged Tek-9 in that round. Overall, Tek-9 wasn't bad. He started off with a bunch of like massacres and Javelani. He played a little. The Vibes Cartel, Wicked. Not a bad round, But Kanabis, he really impressed me in the first round, and notably the combo, the Anthony Johnson, Al Campbell custom.
That's incredible. That's so interesting, Mark. Because at the end of the first round, I scored it a draw. At the end of the first round, it was my initial. I'm gonna give this round a draw because the way Tek-9 started with all the massacre, he came out firing. In the first round. And then, okay, Kanabis came in, he did his thing. I remember, Kanabis, at the Kanabis first round when he had like 10 seconds. Instead of playing like another tune, he tried to ad-lib and try to sing, and I thought that was hilarious. But like I said, I think that was very, very creative of him to say, let me just ad-lib this and just sing something off the top of my head. So that gave me a laugh. I thought that was funny.
Tek-9 ended the first round with a pretty big combo, though. He played the Popcorn Massacre Tommy Lee.
I love that song, On the Dirt. I love that tune.
A big song, man. It took a lot for me to give Kanabis that round. But I just thought his antics and the customs, even calling himself the customs officer later in the clash, I gave him that round.
That's incredible. Like I said, I gave it a draw, and if somebody would have said, Tek-9 won that round, I wouldn't have argued it at all.
Right.
So, all right, that's you surprised me. You surprised me with that one. You really surprised me. Let's go to the second round. What do you think of the second round?
Second round. This is where Tek-9 lost everybody. He had the live artist dub plate round, and whatever meds he had that day, this was brilliant because he rubber stamped his legacy, his name in that round in this Clash series, because that's never been done. That used to be how it, Clash used to be. You had the artist live singing and DJing on the sound. And the way that he did it, there was like no hitch. It seemed like the timing and everything was just perfect. It made sense and it connected. And whatever Kanabis could do in the second round, it wasn't going to be able to top that. So this is where I thought Tek-9 took momentum of the dance. He solidified the round with that.
you know, 100% agree with you. Who's the artist? I'm sorry.
Junior Demus. Junior Demus was a Brooklyn artist from, you know, he lived in Brooklyn. And Octane, who, you know, he's back and forth between here and Jamaica. You know, he's a good artist, very good artist. So yeah, and I believe he's underrated, Octane. So for them to just one after the other, just dropping tunes on the rhythm, you know, the energy, the fire was there, and I thought it was brilliant.
I agree.
It was a very, very thought out move by Tek-9.
I think that's where Tek-9 took all the gas, all the steam out of Kanabis in that second round. I think after the second round, it took every life that Stinger had to put in that clash. I just think Tek-9 just took it after that.
You know. Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, I didn't even see that. I didn't see that, you know, coming actually. So
nobody did.
However, the only thing that I can compare that to that sort of happened that way. I don't know if you remember Bass Foundation when they clashed Jamaica. He brought his wife,
yes,
who was a singer.
Yes.
And she did, you know, she did a song, and it connected. That was, but Tek-9 took it to a different level. This was in the finals. This was sort of a big risk, you know, but it was wicked, and I gotta give him a lot of credit.
It was good.
He really played. He actually played really well this whole series. He just got progressively better.
Absolutely. I spoke to Tek-9 right after the clash, and Tek-9 told me he basically was not taking any chances with Kanabis. That's what Tek-9 told me after the clash. Hence, you know, the Junior Demus and the Octane. You know, Tek-9 built the rhythm. Tek-9 built that rhythm for Kanabis. No bleaching rhythm. That was funny.
The no bleaching. I thought that was very creative. You know, the host, you know, Walshy and Chris Diamond and Prophet and Warrior, during the live DJ artist set for Tek-9, they became fans. They were going crazy.
It was exciting. It was really exciting. It was really exciting. Yeah. It was really exciting, man. Big up to Tek. It was really exciting.
Yeah, big up. That was humongous. The only thing that could have probably tied is if Kanabis would have had his artist or had an artist or something, you know?
Yeah, he was going to match that, and he sensed it within the set he played. That set he played had not much energy. A lot of the tunes he played previously, it was just like, you know what, just let me give him this round because he knew he wasn't going to top it, and you can't knock him for it, you know?
Yeah, well, I actually gave him the third round, which
so did I. The ganja round.
The challenge round.
The ganja round.
I had Kanabis winning the challenge round.
So did I. I think he played much better ganja tunes than Tek-9 did.
Yeah. And it's funny, not a lot of like foundation ganja tunes were played, and they were all dub plates, no 45s. You know, you could have probably easily got away with some 45s in that round.
This round again to change it up and brought something new and fresh to the table. I like that.
Shall we get into the tune for tune round?
Yeah, go for it. You're the tune for tune man. I hate tune for tune rounds. You're the tune for tune man. So what do you think?
Okay, so the tune for tune, I had Tek-9 winning 3 tunes to 2. I thought the Michael Palmer custom was was very creative. The lyrics, he said something about you used to be black, but now you're white like rice, or something. The lyrics, the Michael Palmer. The other tune was the Frankie Paul John Holt, which is a big combo.
It's a big combination.
Very, very big combo. Very big. It's unfortunate that both artists are no longer with us. And then also with the tune that I didn't get was Tek-9 played Toots, right? And Kanabis played Chronicle. It didn't connect with me. I didn't understand that. I was like, what is that? And then with Tek-9, he played the Itals, right? So, okay. One of the members of the Itals, because, okay, let's digress a little bit. Tek-9 says he's going to play Be a Dead Artist for the rest of the tune for tune, right? Well, okay, if you really want to be technical, there are some members of the Itals that are still alive. You know, I want to say that he played Ronnie Davis. Keith Porter, who was the founding member of the ITEL. He's still alive, actually, and he sounds good still. So not a lot of people will know that, but it's just nitpicking. I thought the Pat Antoni by Kanabis was big.
The Freddie McGregor. Actually, the Freddie McGregor.
Yeah, that was okay. That was okay. I didn't think that was going to be bigger than the Frankie and the John Ho.
No, of course not.
No. And then Tek played the Super C, which really didn't do anything for me. I thought the Ganja Kid that Kanabis played was big. I gave him that, but I still had Tek-9 winning the tune for tune 3-2.
He didn't win the tune for tune, but it was closer than I thought it was going to be. As far as how Kanabis did in the tune for tune. It was a lot closer than I thought.
Kanabis didn't really do it for me as far as the tunes that he played earlier. Like he played the Garrus. You got to be serious. I know that he probably has bigger tunes than that. I didn't get the tune for tune selection at all.
This is the thing with Kanabis and Tek-9. I spoke to Tek-9 last week sometime, and I said, Tek-9, you got $1 million dub box, and you're going up against Kanabis sound, a little sound from Antigua. You've been in this business for 30 plus years, and I think that's what Kanabis ran into. Kanabis ran into $1 million dub box. He didn't have the tunes really to give Tek-9 that strong fight. But let me tell you something with Kanabis. What did he lack in tunes? I think he made up in speeches because he had me rolling.
Oh, yeah. Speeches and his presence, his antics, and the way he presents the tune. That is very important because it makes a regular tune become a big tune that connects with the crowd. Is when you make when you drop the speech and then the timing and everything just connects perfectly. You know, because I've seen a Jimmy Cliff tune get killed by a Junior Marvin.
It's how you deliver it, right?
Yeah, it's how you deliver it. And Kanabis made the 106 in Park speech.
I like it.
Which is funny.
He made a couple speeches. Tek-9 had some speeches too. Let me give Tek-9 his credit for his speeches. The pink salmon I liked, and he called him the burnt corn.
Yeah. And he would say stuff like, that was like the worst. I'm sorry, but that was like the worst round I've ever heard. And he was, you know what? That wasn't the worst round. That was the worst round you like. You know, he was very good in this type of element. I mean, the voting was, 59 to 41% in favor of Tek-9, and he stamped his signature on this Clash series. The live artist.
Second round. Second round. The second round. I think the second round was a gut punch to Kanabis, and he never recovered.
Yeah. Like I said, man, for him to be the first sound to win the No Jing Bang series is big, and for him to do this, to bring the live artists, I think everything goes back into where it started from, the live DJ artist era. That's where Clash started from. That's how it evolved into the dubplate era.
Well, I'm glad to see where it's going. I like the direction. I like this direction. I hope it keeps going.
Yeah. Oh, I want to say yes, and I'm interested in what the Serato people, what they think with the numbers that were in the room. I think they got 20,000 people to view the dance.
Yeah, you see, it goes up to 20,000, but I think it's just people who pass in by, like, what's going on over there? Take a look. And if it's interesting enough, some stay, a lot left, because we saw the numbers fell back off to, like, say, 10,000. But that was still a big number. So get 10,000 people to watch and on a weekly basis, that's still that's something. That is something. And I like that.
Yeah. To keep their interest, I totally agree. Definitely, if we can reach a different audience, more of an audience, I'm for it, man. I hope we can continue, because like we've discussed before, I don't know when real dance is going to keep again.
This is the future for a while, I think.
I think so. It's easy. It's accessible. Anybody can just click, and then they're viewing the Clash.
What did you think of the little interruption they had? Somebody was spamming the chat.
Oh wow! That reminds me of old AOL chat.
So did I. I used to be doing that. I used to do that. Man. I was cracking up.
Some of the photos was
Clash.
Like, yo,
somebody's like,
what program is this? This guy is doing AOL 2.0 or something like this. What I want to know is, like, what's next?
Another series. Listen, I would like a nice break. a nice month break, you know, and then I say we roll another one.
Yeah, maybe a month might be a little too long because we want to keep the momentum. You know what I'm saying? But it gives them a chance to sort of market this a little better. You know, I'm hoping one day we get 100,000 people.
Well, that's going to take some time, but in the meantime, it's not a bad thing and not a bad way to spend your Saturday afternoon. Like, I like the structure that is so concise. You know, it's like starts at 4, by 5:30, you know, it's over. The voting, 5 minutes, it's going to get better, you know, and I just big up, you know, Chris, English Fire, Prophet, you know, Warrior, Ward. They put in a lot of work. And let me tell you something. If you're going back from this quarantine clash to the one before, man, it's a difference. We've come a long way in a very short period of time.
Very, very long way. And it's structured. It's organized. There's no hitching, no glitches. Whether or not that can carry over to when real dances take place, I don't know.
But guess what?
We'll have to see.
I think real dances...
It is what it is now.
Real dances...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right now, this is reality.
This is reality. But I think when we get back to that time again, online clashes are here to stay. I'm going to bet on that. Tournaments are here to stay.
I hope so, because you know why? You can see some very interesting matchups that in real life wouldn't be possible.
Through the whole online clash thing, we've got to see sounds that we've never seen before. We've got to see and heard sounds that would have taken years before they bust.
Like Amar, we've heard Amar from Israel.
Coalition sound from Cayman.
Yeah.
Those are Coalition's a big sound. And I look forward to see them bust somebody head soon.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Would like to see. I want to see the next series.
Me too.
You know, because right now we keep the momentum and it's highly organized, and I think that they've got a really good platform.
Yes. I'm going to say this last thing, Mark, and I'll let you say whatever you want to say. What I've noticed about online clashes, playing the same tunes that you played in earlier rounds, it doesn't translate very well. People want to hear new songs. So I hope that soon we could get these sounds some money, so every week we hear new songs. Because folks don't want to hear the same songs that you played 2 weeks ago. That's why Tek-9's hip-hop round for me was like, but I got it. It was
So you wanted to hear some new hip-hop, huh?
I want to hear new music. I heard that the hip-hop he played, that's what he played against Splendid, which I love. But I'm hearing it again. Yeah. But like I said, I think that's part of the whole online era. People want to hear new tunes every week. We don't want to hear the tunes you played last week or the tunes you played before. So that's going to become something.
Well, you know something? I could see where the hip-hop dubs or different genre dubs connects with this type of audience.
Absolutely.
Because you have your Clash fans, right? Your dedicated, hardcore, toughcore, Clash fans, and then you want to be able to reach out to non-traditional Clash fans, so they could be Clash fans.
Of course,
you want to draw those in, and this is one way to do it.
For sure,
playing all types of music.
For sure, because I heard somebody in the comments was like, "What's going on in here? What language you guys are speaking?"
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly. They were definitely new to Clash. And, people explained to them what was taking place. Trust me, when I speak to a person who's not familiar with Sound Clash and I explain, they're like, wow, that's like the coolest thing. Because if you're like a hip-hop fan or whatever, from back in the days, you remember when MCs used to battle.
Of course.
When hip-hop DJs used to battle also, scratching and stuff like that. So it's, everything comes back into a cycle.
Mark, I want to really thank you for doing this with me every Sunday. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy your patience, your punctuality. You make this so easy. So I just want to thank you and can't wait for the next one to start.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it's an honor to actually be here and doing this, to talk about something I love. I could do this all day.
So can I. Yeah. Mark, I cannot wait for us to get this kicking and going again.
Yeah, man. Keep the thing going.
Mark, let me tell you something. I'm going to miss you, right? And I don't care. Nobody say nothing. Bad man say that.
Honor and respect.
Mark, bless up, my friend.
Bless.
I'll link you.
Yeah, man. Honor.
That's right. I'm tired and It's time for a long, long nap.